Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another episode of Aviary Attorney here. I'm just picking up right where we left off, which was in between days on the trial. Sorry, there's a weird black band up at the top. I tried resizing the recording in OBS, and I've tried a zillion different things. I've tried doing it in full screen, and it still gives me this weird black band, so we're just gonna have to deal with it for now until I can figure out what's up with OBS. So, last time we left off, we weren't doing so well on the trial, but we had made some strange breakthroughs, and now I've got to remember what we were doing. What did we need to do? Oh man, I should have rewatched my old episode. That's okay. The Louvre Rare Books and Manuscripts? I don't remember this being here before, so why don't we go here? Was this need to pick me up? Oh, that was a tavern. Alright, let's go to this unpronounceable word here. Oh, and everybody's voice. Oh no. Here for a light reading. Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poison pork? The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? Readings for squares. I enjoy modern works, I like the classics. Let's go classics. I like the classics, you know, Alain René Lesage, that sort of thing. Don't try to act smart. I saw you reading that book of naughty limericks the other day. You didn't think I would notice because you put a dull-looking slipcover over it, but I knew, Falcon. I knew. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Nathan. That's funny. Oh, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur, as the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. What can you tell us about Don Quixote? What can you tell us about Spanish? That's all. Let's go with Don Quixote. I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha? It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody, but for those who haven't... I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur, but what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, a French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't to give away. I see. Thank you. Do you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? What is going on with my... Oh, there we go. What can you tell us about the Spanish monarchy? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. We understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school's child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well, pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II, of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz, although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists headed by the Count of Montemelin. I hope that answers your questions. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in a Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I've heard that name in your explanation. Prince? Juan Querido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain, and I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? That's all. Don't worry, Monsieur, I think we're done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you good day. Interesting, so he's not really a prince. Alright, I suppose we should go talk with him then. Which is here? Alright, let's see. You again? Visiting hours are over. Come back later. It's always over. I have no time for your quibbling, Monsieur. Stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. This is in direct violation of statutes 204b and 488c of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our respect may result in you, yes you, Monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. All right. No need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go up in the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes? Did you make them up? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson. Learn how to bluff. Yeah, I thought so. The music is so good. Ah, Senor Falcon, it is so good to— What was your voice? Ah, Senor Falcon, it is so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope? Confront politely or angrily? Let me get a sip of coffee while I think. Let's do politely. Listen, Juan. In order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. My mouse keeps doing weird things when it goes off the screen. Oh, like that. No. Okay, there we go. Alright, don't move the mouse. I can't work with half-truths. Half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you are not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Carrido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Carrido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. What? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has a debt these days, Monsieur. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, Monsieur? No idea what you're on about. I think I understand. So he murdered someone instead of the woman, so she wouldn't have to do it? Question mark. I understand, Monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit, but I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, Monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? Or did she kill him and he took the fall? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, Monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. What is your real name? So what is your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label. A vapid? Vapid? I don't know. I've never heard that one. Vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I'm Juan Carrido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Reyer, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. Sign. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you are a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Huh? Oh, because he's a fox. Renard Vulpes. That would make sense. You are Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute, and you are Monsieur Velkin, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Velkin? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me, Juan Renard. Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you are attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? That's all. Why is that? I don't have any more questions for... Low voice. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really? I don't feel that we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south? What is that, some sort of code? Something like that, but rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have the time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right! Interesting. I wonder if that means she escaped or something. Friday is the next day? Should we go see Mousy? Oh, I can only go to the offices. Oh. I have to go to my Aviary attorney offices. I see. Excuse me. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret is putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we are missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So, I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. What? Well, sure. That could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Oh, please don't tell me you already ate it. Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago. Sparrowson? Sparrowson! Oh no! Sparrowson. You idiot. Whoa, that is a big O needle. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Oh, thank God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering, occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I've sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There's the matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. Aw, Sparrowson. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You! I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, Monsieur. Step forward. All right, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you ever see. Oh. Oh no! Oh no! Au revoir, J.J. Felgen. What? What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2... Did it work? Ah! Dame Catterline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate up the whole thing. No comment. Oh. Silence. I shouldn't be surprised. There are no words to excuse the heinous act of putting an innocent man on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catterline. It wasn't my fault? Is that the excuse you make after all your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, Monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. A new day. Well, oh no. Huh. Alright, I guess this is the only place we can go. The Pont d'Arts? Oh, is this the Kingfisher guy from the last trial? Come on, Monsieur, wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. You're dripping, how's that? Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh, my head. Where am I? The Pont d'Arts. You know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I fished you out of the scene. Or sign, I don't know. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something? What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, and around 9 o'clock in the morning, by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the Cour d'Assises 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, Monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprint it. In your condition? That would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Ah, Monsieur, at least take this before you go. What's this? A dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, Monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Interesting. Fountain pen has been added to your evidence folder. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me a fisherman! Oh yeah, what was he saying last time? Person who fishes or something? Oh, that was the same voice that we heard. I was trying to figure out whose it was. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for roll call. For the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that the trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You are a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here, in this courtroom, to ensure that justice is served. An unfair, unbalanced trial is not in a spirit of justice. I saw something fly in front of my face. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present. Your Honor. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of the court. Your Honor. But Your Honor! Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred. It is a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France. He's here. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see. You know, it is my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case is ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, Oh, pish-posh, France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I like him. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying? Oh, no objections here. Go ahead with the trial. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And and surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial. Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered to the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Thibaut with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madames and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Drama material? Oh, this king. Okay. South entrance. Let's try it. Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Did you see anyone or anything suspicious around the Louvre's entrance? Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Just the regular riverside types, bourgeoisie, vendors, people who fish, and the like. I see. Oh, I don't see what else we could ask. Your Majesty, you say that you passed through the Salle du Tiber uneventfully? Indeed. We stopped briefly to look at the paintings, then moved on to the Grand Gallery. What did you see? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle du Tiber? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant, aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encouraging anything of interest. Is this the game telling me I'm off track? You're right, I'm reaching. My gut tells me that something important took place in the Salle du Tibre. But maybe you're right, Severin. It would be foolish to blindly push on, wouldn't it? Yes? What about the other rooms? There are several rooms between the Louvre's south entrance and the Grand Gallery, but you've only mentioned the Salle du Tibre by name. Why is that? Oh, the Salle du Tibre was the only room we looked around in detail. The other rooms we simply passed straight through. Why did you stop in that room specifically? Well, see, there was this giant doorstop that caught my eye and sparked a debate. Say no more, Your Majesty. I think that's all for that. What about the Grand Gallery? Now, Your Majesty, I would like to ask you about your activities in the Grand Gallery. Please proceed. May we hear your inspiring speech? Could you give us a rendition of your speech? Wait, what, right now? Without my cue cards? Well, I'll give it a shot, I suppose. Mesdames and messieurs, welcome to the grand unveiling of my beautiful portrait. I don't claim to be the greatest oh, you're a penguin. I see it now, okay. I wasn't sure what you were before, but I definitely see penguin now. I don't claim to be the greatest king penguin to have reigned over France, nor the handsomest, nor the most competent. Some may argue that I'm not even top 10 material. But I am a humble king penguin. Some consider me to be the humblest king penguin of all time. Your Honor, I object. This speech is a travesty. Sustained. Do you have another question? Aside from the Prince of Spain, did you see anyone out of the ordinary in the Grand Gallery? Why, monsieur, the Grand Gallery is always inhabited by artists. Everyone there is out of the ordinary. Nonetheless, can you think of anyone who stood out? Is this question going somewhere, JJ, or are you blindly stabbing in the dark? A valid question. It's a perfectly fine question. Please answer, Your Majesty. Who did you see? Well, I don't know. I saw dozens of paintbrush-wielding, mustache-touting weirdos. Be specific, Your Majesty. I saw photographers and sculptors and sketchers and hipsters and just what do you want me to say, monsieur? Look what you've done, JJ. You've stressed out the poor king. Badgering the king? Tut-tut. Absolutely disgusting behavior. They're stalling. No! No more questions. Alright, Prince of Spain. Your Majesty, you say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor. That man was Your Majesty, prosecutor. Members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Querido is not the Prince of Spain. That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't? Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II and that she has no children. The Queridos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed. But his name isn't even Juan. But his name isn't even Juan Querido. I don't even think the fox is Spanish. So what? So what? That's important. JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing a murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That's what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be Juan Querido or Bob Struney for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th. I suppose that's true. Why did Major Howell take the rose? I found it curious that Major Howell snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that? The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say that he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. No. Never mind, I have no more questions about Prince Juan. Alright, so I'm missing something, and he said he felt like he was getting... There's something in the Salle du Tibre. I'm really sorry about my lack of French pronunciations. Alright, we stop briefly to look at paintings. Let's try this again. Could you elaborate? What did you see? Roman stuff, blah blah blah, you're reaching. I want the king to elaborate. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment of the day of the murder. Ah, okay. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. Alright, well let me think. So there was this giant doorstop and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else. Oops. I should have pushed ahead. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Oh, no. What was her name? Was it Swanson? I think it was Signy. Dubeek, that's a good one. Was this her name? I think it was. Mademoiselle Signy? Signy, that sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think it was. She was called Mademoiselle Signy. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signy gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gift of chocolate killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense has had a realization of his own, that is, that he lacks evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ, stop while you have a little dignity. The result of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. Oh no. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection. Sparrowson! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poison chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict, it is to ensure that justice is served. I swear you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to, oh man, unpronounceable name, Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falrit. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Oh, wait, did you say the king is here? Excuse me. You can get his autograph later. Alright. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional, definitely proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear that would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. Ugh, So then what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. The poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly logical link, but you haven't proved beyond a doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Sparrow son. Oh, okay, good. Her name was Signy. Hello. You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to this case, but what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Kakariko likes calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signy, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signy is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signy as a witness? No, none, bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signy. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signy, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signy, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage entering the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle du Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right! I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. You gained a little favor. Yes. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. Don't know that word. Hope it's not super offensive or something. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? I feel like... I don't know, I guess. Yes? I feel like it's not actually her fault, though. But I don't either want to press it, because I don't know what else we would do. I guess I rest my case. I can always come back and play day 2 again if I want to, and see how that goes another way. But for now, let's just go with it. Oh, I think so, Your Honor. As far as I can see, Mademoiselle Signy's confession completely exonerates my client. And that is what I was doing, huh? I was just trying to defend my client. I rest my case. Falcon, you can't be serious. As the public prosecutor for the trial of Prince Juan, I ought to cross-examine the witness to testify the validity of her testimony. But, in truth, I see little to cross-examine. The Mademoiselle's confession seems to be completely in keeping with the narrative I have already established in this trial. I will undertake some basic fact-checking to ensure that everything is in order, but my work for this trial is done. Good, very good. I shall now converse with the jury, although I suspect this won't take too long. Don't worry, mademoiselle, we'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon? Sparrowson, you are clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best. How the hell is this for the best? My parents are safe. That's all I wanted. Ah, your parents? But what about you? Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Corrido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Yay? But I feel bad for, Signy. Your Honor, what will happen to me? You? Well, you haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. You may even see the blade of the guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky. I see. Then, I suppose this is goodbye, Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson. Mademoiselle, wait! It can't end like this. I must be honest, I am most disappointed with you, Senor Falcon. You're disappointed? I did the impossible to secure you a not guilty verdict. Senor, I didn't just hire you to prove my innocence. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with philosophy, an ideal. Alas, it appears I hired a man who places his job above his values. I have done no wrong. If the mademoiselle is innocent, then she will be proven as such during her own trial. Will she? Tell me, Monsieur Falcon, have you never before seen a faulty judgment in the courtroom? I thought as much. I suspect this is the last you will see of Prince Juan. Wait, before you go, we need our payment. You really are a bottom-of-the-barrel attorney, aren't you? You are an insult to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that. No, not Falcon, his original name. Perhaps you should learn who your mentor really is, Senor Sparrowson. His history may surprise you. What's he on about, Falcon? It doesn't matter, I suppose. Here's your payment. This is less than half of what we agreed. It is more than twice what you deserve. Oh, no, I feel bad now. I'm going to go get a drink. Yeah, me too. No! Dang it. I feel bad now. Oh, no, I think I'm gonna end it here. Been recording almost 45 minutes now. Well, darn. Okay. I kind of feel like playing this game again. I don't know if I'll record it just because it takes so long to get through everything, but see, will this just take me back? Yeah. I think I can just load previous days, so maybe after I finish the game I'll go back. I'll see. Please let me know what you thought down below if you'd like me to continue. I enjoy doing these, even if my French pronunciation is absolutely terrible. Thank you all for joining me in this episode. If there's other games you'd like to see me play, as always, please let me know down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye!